maybe. But this is my thing too. With other religions and other books that predated the Bible, there are stories of floods and stuff like that. So it's like, was this just taken from that, or how did it go? Because there's stuff that is allegedly older than the Bible that has these same stories. So it's just like a lot of stuff that. But that's why my main thing is, like I said, just find what resonates with you. There could be a Eastern philosophy. To me, all those other religions seem interesting, and a lot of them say the same thing. They say that God is within you, you know, um, and if God is within you, He's always with you. So you don't need to go somewhere to praise Him or something like that.
And I leave a religion as this way. Religion is faith. You know what I mean? It's just faith. It's not. It shouldn't be broken down into so many different type of denominations where all they say is this denomination is incorrect and this person is incorrect. I feel like it's an abundant, as you said, it's an abundance of religions all mixed and put in together, and one person's extrapolated one thing, the other person's extrapolated another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel as if religion, like that's why I don't think there is a form of religion that's right versus a form of religion that's wrong.
Yeah. To me, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and when I say hurt people, I mean just maliciously for you don't really have a good reason. You're just hurting, not defending yourself. As long as you're not hurting anyone, I think God comes to people in so many different ways. Like we're all different people, we're all unique. So, you know, if we were all unique, why would we express everything the same? There's just different things that people like, and it could be from New Age stuff, it could be from Eastern religion, it can be from Western religion, it could be from whatever you do that connects you to God. I feel like God is just living through us anyways, and He wants the best for us, no matter how we get to that path of understanding.
You know, religion, honestly, when you look at it, is if we were all the same, we would all be black, we would all be white, we
Mhm.
would all be Spanish, we would all be French, whatever, you know. So there's different varieties,
Mhm.
there's different forms,
Right.
but at the core of it, it's all based off of faith.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of these so-called pastors and bishops and whatever else you want to call them, they want to sit there and divide. They want to sit there, and this is why I don't think. This is why I don't have. You could say I'm Seventh Day Adventist,
Mhm.
but I don't follow their doctrine to the T
Yeah.
because it just makes no sense.
Mm.
Why is your way better and right versus another person?
Right. Like I mean, and that's I don't even think identify with the 7 Day Adventist or Christian anymore. I think I'm just, you know, connected to God, and I'll find my way in whatever best way suits me. Like I said, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, as long as I have a connection to God and you're doing benevolent things, I don't think there should be an issue with that. I mean, that's, spreading love around the world.
About to catch hell for this take. You know that?
Hey, it is what it is. What's the podcast called?
Let's be real.
All right. I'm gonna be real.
But a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that you feel as if the Seventh Day Adventist is not the right way.
I mean, I'm okay with what they don't want to hear. They don't have to listen to me. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm gonna say I don't believe there is one right way. I believe there are many ways to get to a goal. And why would God just funnel you through one little
Lens.
right, like one little lane? As long as people are coming to him and doing the right thing, I don't see the issue. I mean, you got to think of it from God's perspective. Why would he turn that away?
I would love for a Seventh Day Adventist pastor, whoever's out there listening, somebody who claims to be the end all be all that knows all this. I would love for them to sit there and sit here and explain to me why the Seventh Day Adventist religion, the Seventh Day Adventist doctrine is the right one.
Yeah. And once again, I mean, he's entitled to that belief to me, but that doesn't mean I have to believe that. And that's okay. That's how the world should be. If we were like that, we wouldn't be fighting and having wars and doing silly stuff. but we
But
let stuff divide us so easily that we make the game easy for them to do whatever they want, get whatever money they want, and then we're just here fighting over crumbs. Like, come on, be smart, guys.
why can't you have faith without having religion? That's what I want to know. I would love for one of the and I am asking any Seventh Day Adventist person, any Seventh Day Adventist pastor, if you think we're wrong, let's have a discussion, because I just can't understand why you can't explain to me why me having faith is an issue versus me being a Seventh Day Adventist, because I've gone to churches where I've heard, well, if you're not a Seventh Day Adventist, you can't participate.
Hmm.
What does being a Seventh Day Adventist have to do with what do you call it? Honoring God or serving God?
Maybe you're right. Maybe the incentives are messed up because if they say you don't really need a church and people stop going to church, they don't have a job. So maybe there are some structures that need to be cleaned up so that, we get the right incentives to why you want to be a pastor and stuff like that.
And hence why, I can only speak on growing up from the Seventh Day Adventist aspect of it. And this is why I think it's a whole bunch of hogwash.
Yeah.
Because I looked up how much money the Seventh Day Adventist Church generates.
Hey, bro, these churches make a lot.
Just take a guess as to how much a Seventh Day Adventist I'm only going from last year. Just last year numbers. Guess how much money they generated.
We're in the millions or billions?
Huh,
Billions?
billions.
All right, like 50 bill?
Higher.
Ooh, they making some bread. 100?
$96 billion.
Yeesh. Big money. But compared to a lot of other churches,
That's nothing. That's a tip and a half.
that's crazy. So what are they doing with that money? Well, let's not get me down to conspiracy theory trails. When you want to go to the Vatican or any of these big churches, the Mormons, what, let me be quiet because you
No
might,
one done coming after you now.
yeah, you don't know. That's a strong gang over there.
But this is what I say. This is why I say I feel as if the church is worse than politics, because they don't give a damn about the people. They're lining their pockets.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all of our institutions.
But the church is supposed to be different.
Oh, for
And
sure.
and then on top of that, the church is a tax-free entity.
Yeah, and remember they have to separate church and state because of how powerful it is. But it's still pretty powerful, and they're still kind of connected. And some of them still do whatever they want to do.
So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's save that for when for another time.
But